Hey, my amazing squaddies. I truly hope you're doing wonderfully well today, sending you all my love, positivity, and warmest wishes. You mean the world to me. No matter what kind of day you're having, I want you to know you are valued, you are appreciated, and you are exactly where you need to be. Welcome back to Daily Diaries Friday. This community is built on love, support, and positivity, and I'm so grateful that you're a part of it. Let's keep growing together, keep shining, and keep lifting each other up. Remember to subscribe, share your thoughts and insights. Thank you for being the heart of Daily Diaries Friday. Today I have an interesting video, so stay tuned, squaddies, and let's dive in. The one thing that this year of Sussex drama has given us is concrete examples and stories of what the British media considers bullying or inappropriate or noteworthy behaviour from Prince Harry and Meghan. At long last, they've provided us with examples, smoking guns which we can all see and analyse. I still think the reaction to Meghan's "I'm Sussex now" moment on With Love Meghan was extremely telling about what triggers the derangers, and they're still crying over Meghan correcting someone and stating a preference. In the past week, we've also heard from Sophie Chandauka as she claims that she found it grossly offensive that Meghan politely asked her to switch her position for the polo photos. It's abundantly clear that this was the problem all along, that anything Meghan said or did was going to be used against her, and she was always going to be called a bully, a narcissist for existing or stating a preference or correcting someone's mistake. What's also strange is that all of these concrete examples of Meghan's actions have just emphasized that she and Harry always needed to get the hell away from these people. And those people seem to think that their unhinged years-long campaign against the Sussexes somehow proves the opposite, that the Sussexes simply need to come back because this never would have happened if Harry and Meghan were still working royals. From Celia Walden's latest piece in The Telegraph is that they really think they're making some kind of strong argument, right? Look at this hate campaign we've waged against the Sussexes for years that proves that they were so wrong to walk away. Now, do I think that Harry and Meghan have made perfect decisions this entire time? No, of course not, and I've said so often enough. But for the big decisions, Sussexit, speaking to Oprah, the Netflix Harry and Meghan series, Harry's memoir, they've absolutely made the right calls. The fact that the British media has been having a years-long crash out about them proves that they've made the right decisions too. I mean, Camilla and Kate are not popular with all, to say the least. The senior royals did the damage, not the Sussexes, because Kate actually lunged at Meghan in front of cameras. Open hate is difficult to watch. How unhappy the left-behinds must be to fixate on two people for so long, and vexing, because Harry and Meghan just carry on being themselves regardless of what anyone thinks. Harry was good at using his platform and helping others and starting charities that have worked well for many years. This is complete bullshit, and it's coming from the leftovers that are heavily involved in the ruination of Centre Ballet. So, in essence, what they're saying is, he should have stayed in the UK and took the shit and been the scapegoat, then the leftovers would have left his charity alone. I mean, never make any mistakes ever is a ridiculous request for anyone in business and in life in general, so this argument is silly. It's especially silly when you consider things like the Caribbean tour of 2022, the issue that occurred with Ngozi Fulani. Let's not even get started on Andrew. They're trying to pretend that being within the royal family somehow makes you immune to people questioning your decisions. All of this has been said numerous times before, this desperation from all of these people that they need to come back. They aren't really successful. Don't believe what your eyes show you. Indicates to me that Charles may not be seeing 2026, and they all know it. And they all know it's going to collapse with William at the helm. The thing that I don't get is, if you realise all of this, even if you never thought that Harry would leave, it seems poor planning to treat the person that you absolutely need like shit. There was no need to antagonise him and his wife, and you've actually never stopped even though you know you need him. This makes it even more bizarre. Harry hasn't failed at anything. He's a record-breaking author. He holds a top-notch position at BetterUp. He's a major investor and likely venture capitalist. He's the founder of Invictus Games Archewell Travelist, and I believe Centre Bali isn't done. So these people are batshit crazy if they think years of abuse and insults is any incentive to help out back on Salt Island. Well, sorry leftovers, because Harry and Meghan are not coming back. And if the royal family and Rota wanted to assure Harry would never see his brother again on this side of the grave, then this little dust-up with "Call Me Dr. Chandauka" has likely provided the final straw. Whether she was planted as a Trojan horse or the royal family just took advantage of an opening, this whole thing is so sick and twisted, so obsessively wrong-headed, and so ruthlessly executed that William and his royalist enablers may live to regret it. They just look insane and scary. Dr. Shola even called them out in her latest podcast on her Twitter account and had this to say.
I'm talking to that man in the mirror, oh yeah. Now asking him to change his ways, yeah. Now, I don't know Sophie Chandauka personally. She's the chair of Chandauka, the charity that Prince Harry and Princess started 20 years ago. But whenever I hear a woman, particularly a black woman, being depicted as the problem or the difficult one, my guard is up. I'm literally ready to tie my wrapper around my waist because how is she the problem? Now, if it's proven as fact, no wahala. But until then, I don't accept it at face value. Sophie Chandauka reports the board of trustees who hired her to the Charity Commission and has filed a lawsuit against them. The allegations are of abuse of power, weak governance, bullying, harassment, misogyny, amongst others. And she has placed Prince Harry at the center of her allegations.
What you're essentially saying is that the Duke of Sussex is guilty of harassment and bullying and improper conduct in the governance of a charity.
Well, let me put it to you this way. I'm going to give you a really good example. The only reason I'm here, Trevor, is because at some point on Tuesday, Prince Harry authorized the release of a damaging piece of news to the outside world without informing me, or my country directors, or my executive director. And can you imagine what that attack has done for me, on me, and the 540 individuals in the Centre Valley organizations and their family? That is an example of harassment and bullying at scale. And so if the world didn't want to believe that there's such a thing as bullying, this unleashing of the Sussex machine on me and the 540 employees at Centre Valley who received this and have had to defend it.
Now, this entire framing is a tad intellectually disingenuous to me. Because how is a public statement of Prince Harry and Princess an example of bullying and harassment at a scale when you, Sophie, put this out in the public domain first? Yeah, your report against the Board of Trustees at the Charity Commission is in the public domain. Your lawsuit against the Board of Trustees at the High Court is in the public domain. How else are Prince Harry and Princess meant to respond to your public actions? Except by responding with a public statement. You know, can you see that? I think you may have other examples, so dig deep, because this right here isn't it. Fascinating the way Sophie uses words like my country director, my executive director. Because I'm thinking, girl, you're the chair. We all know the role of a chair, do you? Because you're not the CEO who runs the daily operations of the charity. The CEO would have country directors, executive directors, yada yada. But so why are you talking like you're the CEO? And why are you talking like you own the place? The language smacks of a hostile takeover, in my humble opinion. Equally fascinating is how Sophie frames this as an attack on the employees. Now, we all know the employees are not at the center of the altercation between the founders, trustees, and chair. So drawing the employees into this, to me, is a way of shaping the court of public opinion in her favor. I'm not sure it will do that, though, because, quite frankly, anyone should be able to see through this. And when asked if Prince Harry is misogynist to her, she said no.
You talked about misogyny. Let's be frank. Are you saying that the misogyny stems from Prince Harry himself and his associates?
I would actually say my experience is Prince Harry himself, fantastic actually. We had a great relationship. But there are some individuals on the board who, quite frankly, did not treat me in the way that they would have treated the prior chair.
And herein lies the crux of my reaction to Sophie Chandauka's TV interview, because we know this TV interview is a court of public opinion where she presents her allegations against Prince Harry, bearing in mind that her allegations against the Board of Trustees are being addressed by the Charity Commission and the High Court, and I hope they get the seriousness and rigor required. But in the court of public opinion, no rules apply. It's a jungle out there, right? And I just think after watching the whole interview from start to finish, I did not find it compelling or persuasive. That doesn't mean I don't believe her or I believe her. That has jack all to do with it. It's just the same as I said at the start of this video. If I am not going to accept that she's the problem at face value without compelling evidence, I am not going to say I found this TV interview compelling when I didn't. Now, when Sophie Chandauka talks about this whole polo debacle, I have to say I found that really annoying. Are you telling me after people worked their butts off, negotiated, secured the location, did all of that, they now had to cancel it a month before because Harry had a Netflix show? Now, that would piss me the hell off, because that's just disrespectful of people's efforts if it happened the way she said it did. But I have to say, even that does not sound to me like a fundamental crack that should lead to irreconcilable differences, especially since she said they had, a great relationship. And then she talks about Prince Harry being a financial risk because some donors no longer wanted to donate because he had led royal family and there were all this drama around him. I say, if they don't want to donate, let them walk out the door. When one door closes, God will open another one. Simple.